is the first time that I think I've had the opportunity to freaking go live, like in my car. Um, I just wanted, I'm like, listen, I'm on the road. I'm not going to do no fancy smancy show today, but I still just wanted to go live, talk to y'all about this whole Micah Parsons conundrum situation. I feel like I done spoke about this so much on Twitter. Then I spoke about it last night. Y'all check out the Big Star Show with me and Big Game James. And I said, listen, I done had a lot of discourse back and forth about this issue. I done talked to, my guys. I consider Boss like one of my mentors, especially in this content creator stuff. And I just feel like, let me go live. Let me just talk about my thoughts on this. And also shout out to the GOAT, Law Nation, rocking the new media hat today. Before I, get into what I'm gonna talk about, like, please like this video, please share this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Like, I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel. It's important to me. I'm doing the best I can, put out content and stuff like that, and I'm like, y'all just help me out, help your girl Star out. Please like, please share. I don't think I'm going live on all my platforms right now, but that's okay. I'm live on YouTube. Hopefully, if anybody is saying anything, I don't know if we can even, I've never gone live like this, guys. So I don't even know if I can see. Okay, Kevin, I see you there. I was like, I don't even know if I can see the chat or anything like that. But all right. So here's my thoughts on this whole situation. And because a lot of people been debating me back and forth about this stuff, and it's like, listen, here's my honest opinion about how I feel about this whole situation with Micah Parsons not being at OTAs. So, number one, I will say this. I understand, because let me say this first. I understand everybody's point of view who says Mike is supposed to be a leader. He's missing quality time with his guys because he's not at OTAs. Yes, it is voluntary right now, but other veterans are there, Diggs and Dak and Brandon Cooks and all J. Lou, all these guys. They're there, right? So it's like all these guys are there. What's up, everybody? As you're coming in, please like the video, please share, and say what's up to me in the chat so I can shout you out. I already shouted you out, Kelvin. That's my guy. Anyway, I want to say first, what's up, J Money? I want to say first that I understand that point of view, right? But what I need y'all to realize is that the situation that Micah Parsons is in is very, very unique. And you might say, Star, why is it unique? It's unique because of the environment that he is in. And let me ask y'all a question. Micah Parsons is a 3-time All-Pro player. 3-time All-Pro. He only been in the league 3 years, right? So he's All-Pro his rookie year, All-Pro his sophomore year, All-Pro his junior year. He's likely going to be All-Pro again this year. Like, this guy is what you call perennial Pro Bowler, perennial All-Pro, right? So, do y'all think that Micah Parsons is like the rest of these ninjas out here? Let me just ask y'all a better question. Who's better? Micah Parsons, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle? Answer in the comments, please. Who's better? Who's better out of those three players? I know Micah's defense, their offense, but let's just compare the impact. Let's compare the impact to their teams. Who is better? Micah Parsons, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. Kelvin says Parsons, right? J Money, he had an answer, but I'm sure he'll say Parsons. Whoever else is coming in, y'all let me know. Parsons, right? Okay. So, sorry, notification. So why is it, and answer this, has Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle ever been all-pro wide receivers? No. I don't even think those guys have even ever made a Pro Bowl. Yet, their organizations are like, we're gonna go ahead and sign you now, because we've seen enough. We realize the impact that you have for our team, and we don't need to see more. So why is it that a not Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro player, why is it that the front office, he's eligible to be signed right now, right? I know they picked up his 5th-year option. That's great. But he is eligible to be extended right now. We don't have to wait till next year. He's eligible right now. But yet, Jerry and Steven are telling a 3-time All-Pro that, I just don't know. I don't know if we really want to sign you. You know, we just need to see a little bit more from you. So we'll have you play out this year. And then, you know, perhaps we'll work it out next summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be frank. That is total and complete bullshit. It's right, J Money. I don't know if I can pin comments or show on the thing, but yeah. He said the Cubs of Cowboys are fucking dumb, and that's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize. Micah, and we're not talking about CD right now, but Micah and CD should have already been signed. Soon as the season was over, you signed those two immediately. But Jerry and Steven, they decide, ooh, we want to play the game this year, right? I guess they're mad. You know, we're mad about Green Bay, so we want to play the game. And we're going to talk about, Tyrone says Parsons not a leader. We're going to talk about that. So Jerry and Steven decide they want to play the game and not pick up the phone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these guys, because remember, there were reports out, they weren't meeting with agents at the combine. They weren't, you know, they haven't been talking to agents. They haven't been, there's been no substantial contract talks. Even we had dumbass Jerry during, I think that was during the draft, they asked him about, you know, Dak's comments when he was saying like contract talks hadn't even started yet. And Jerry was like, oh, you don't have to talk, to get contracts done, and talking is no barometer to if a contract's gonna get done. It's like, Jerry, do you think we're fucking stupid? I hate cussing, but this stuff just say the F word, but this stuff just pisses me off. Like, do you think we're idiots? What is negotiation, Jerry? Negotiation is two sides talking to one another. That's what negotiation is. Two sides talking to one another, right? To get a deal done. There cannot be any deal done if there are no talks. So that's the first thing, Jerry. Like, we're not idiots. We're not idiots. So what you and Steven are doing by saying, let's just ignore our all-pros. We don't need to pick up the phone to call them. You know, it's, you know, we'll sign them when we're ready. We'll sign them when we want. So you're of that mind. And I know people look at, oh, well, Dak's there. Well, first of all, let's point out the differences between Dak and Micah and CD. One, Dak is the quarterback, the leader of this team, and this will be Dak's second contract. Wait, third, because you had his rookie contract, then he was re-signed, and then this will be his third contract. Micah and CD are looking for their first bag to feed their families. And I see you, Tyrone Church. Shout out to you, Tyrone. You said, you know, he's got $21 million on his 5-year. Who cares about that? Micah could get hurt today, tomorrow, and then the Cowboys will have some bullshit about why they can't re-sign him. Like, they already playing games. You think if Micah got hurt, they ain't going to try to factor that into the contract negotiations? Absolutely, they're going to try to factor it in. You see, with Dak, it was different because they didn't have no choice when it came to Dak. Y'all tried to play that game, hyping everybody up that the red rifle, remember that bullshit? That Andy Dalton, the red rifle, he was going to lead us to a Super Bowl. Total nonsense. They got embarrassed. And so they like, listen, that leg might be broke out, but we don't have a choice. And they re-signed him. Micah and CD, these are young guys looking for their first ever bag. 21 million, Tyrone Church, it sounds like a lot to us because we're not millionaires. But 21 million for the play that Micah Parsons exhibits and puts on the field is not even close to enough of what his value is. It's not even close to enough. And again, he should not have to wait. He should not have to wait. He shouldn't. Period. He's already proven he's that dude. He's already proven that he's generational. He should get his money now so that he can begin to do what he needs to do on and off the field to protect himself, protect his family, invest, and do all of this other stuff that he's got to do. Because what does the NFL stand for? Not for long. I just saw a report the other day. Y'all remember Everson Griffin, who was on our team? What was that? That was the 2020 year, I think. Everson Griffin, he ain't on the team no more. He just got arrested. You know why he got arrested? Drinking and driving. Because that's what can happen. You can go from being the sack leader and this great, all of this stuff. I don't think Everson Griffin was ever the sack leader, but that was that 1 or 2 years in Minnesota. He got like crazy amount of sacks, like Pro Bowl, whatever. You can go from that to the next year. You don't have a job. You don't have money like you thought you did. And now you're downright depressed and miserable. It's like, I need people to realize that these players aren't robots. These players are human beings. Right? Is it, what's up, Swerve? Got to see you. You said, how do we know players not waiting for other people to sign so that they can make more money? And so that's also a thing, an interesting thing to talk about. Because people keep saying, oh, well, CD Lamb, yeah, he's just waiting on Justin Jefferson, and then Justin Jefferson is just waiting on Jamar Chase. Like, all of this bullshit. It's like, listen, someone's got to get paid first. The negotiation process has to start. Talks have to start. Period. You can be talking about it now. You could be trying to get a feel of what is the bottom line. First of all, you already know that because who's the highest paid wide receiver right now as far as average per year? AJ Brown at 32 million. So clearly, the way the market goes is one guy gets paid, the next player comes up a little bit above that. Then the next, that's how it goes. That's how it works. So you already know, Jerry and Steven, all right, it's going to have to be 32 million plus. Right? He's going to want more guaranteed money than AJ Brown. You can look on Spot Track. I don't know how much money AJ Brown is guaranteed, but you can look it up on Google and see how much money was he guaranteed. Okay. So let's try to offer this now. Because regardless, CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, they can't all wait on each other forever. Unless they don't give a F about being on their current teams and that they just want to hit the open market and then just have teams do a bidding war. But I don't think that's what they want. CD, I know that's not what he wants. Jamar Chase, it hasn't seemed like he hasn't said nothing about wanting outside of Cincinnati. T. Higgins has, but not Jamar Chase. Those guys want to play for their teams. Now, Justin Jefferson, I do think his situation is a little bit different because he done turned down multiple contracts. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. These are the reports that he's turned down multiple contracts. So I would have to assume, and what's up with everybody in the chat? I see it's like 7 people watching. I only got 2 likes. Please like the video if you're watching. Please don't just be what they call a peeper. You know what I'm saying? Because I am spending my hard-earned time making this video and going live. So, Justin Jefferson, like I said, he could be a different situation, right? He could be a different situation. I don't know if I think he's kind of pissed low-key that Kirk Cousins is not his quarterback. Because regardless of how mid we think Kirk Cousins is, Justin Jefferson loved Kirk Cousins. He pretty much worshipped the great white dog. So I think he's very pissed about that. Oh, okay, that's a good point, Kelvin. He said, this is what I don't understand. Y'all know this is a new generation of players, and y'all still expect them to go by old standards. That's what I'm saying. Like, these new players, you have to handle them differently. You can't handle them the same. Maybe back in the day, somebody in Micah Parsons' position would just be at OTAs, right? You just be the good old boy. But these players, first of all, it's just a new day and age. These players are not really loyal to these NFL teams because they've seen their predecessors be loyal to these NFL teams that literally live to replace them. And don't want to pay them and play games, and then they got to face injury, and then they're dealing with all of this stuff. Like Michael Irvin got to get knee replacements and hip replacements and all of this shit. Like, so these players are really, they still love football. They still love their team, but they're not dumb enough to be like, I'm going to just dedicate my whole life to this team and I expect them to do right by me. Hell no, they're not going to do right by you. So you got to get your money now, and you got to have other ventures if you want to really have generational wealth and be able to provide for you and your family. So these players are moving a lot smarter. It's different than the old days, and I get that, but we're not going back. The world's not going to go back to the old ways. The world is ever progressing forward. We're going to continue to move forward, and it's either you can move forward with the world or you can stay where you at. But if you stay where you're at, you're going to die. And if you don't die physically, you're going to die mentally. You're going to be left behind. That's just how it works. The world's not moving back. We're moving forward. So you have to be able to keep up with the times, right? You got to be able to keep up with what's happening now. This isn't the early 2000s. This isn't the 2010s. We're in a whole different type of world and arena. So Micah definitely deserves to get his money now. It doesn't matter about the fifth-year option. Fifth-year option is great, but that's for the team. That's not great for Micah. Fifth-year option means, hey, I can pay you $20 million right now and then see ya. Bye. Is $20 million what Micah Parsons is worth? Hell no, it's not. And unfortunately, in Dallas, the person who's an asshole, the person who holds out and does what Micah is doing, those are the people who get paid first. Now, I'll be fair. Technically, has Micah come out and said, oh, I'm holding out? No, he hasn't technically said that, but excuse me, if you look at the situation, you know that's what's happening. Excuse me, sorry guys. He just came flat out come out and say, oh, I'm holding out for money, because look at how people are already doing it right now. Oh, wait your turn. You know, you're going to get your fifth year. You're getting this 20 minutes, all of this stuff. Right? And he did say, like, you know, I'm cool. I'm cool with waiting. I'm cool with waiting. But that was just come on, y'all. Come on. Would you rather get your money next year or today? If your boss says, hey, I got a bonus I want to give you, you can choose to have it today, or you can wait till next year to get it. Your choice. Are you going to choose today, or are you going to choose tomorrow? I mean, are you going to choose today, or you going to choose next year? You don't even know if you're going to be alive. Like, let's really think about it, guys. Really think about it. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So, Micah, yeah, I could just wait till next. And who says I'm going to be alive next year? Who says my leg's going to be working next year? Like, who says that's going to happen next year? And if I'm out of here, what does my family have? What does my kid? Micah is a father of 2 children. Do y'all realize that? Like, think about what the whole picture. I get the team, but you got to think about what these players are going through with the Dallas Cowboys, because the Dallas Cowboys is the only organization that's not signing their young guys. They're the only ones. You think CeeDee Lamb wants to be doing these workout videos and stuff? You think, no, CeeDee Lamb would rather be working out with his guys. Yes, I do know that Justin Jefferson's got to get paid too. But CeeDee Lamb, if you give CeeDee Lamb an X amount of guaranteed money on top of setting it a little bit higher than A.J. Brown, he would take it. And honestly, you don't know if he'll take it or not if you're not going to talk to him. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, talks need to at least commence. And the only reason why people are saying like, oh, well, CeeDee's just waiting because Steven is saying that. And we know how Steven does these contracts. So if Steven, because has CeeDee Lamb's representation come out and said, you know, we're waiting on some leaves to fall, or was it Jerry and Steven? It was Jerry and Steven. And Tyron Church, he said, I'm not signing the 5th-year option, and I'm definitely holding out. Okay. Let me see. He said, I agree, Star. He shouldn't sign it to make this holdout mean something. Okay. Yeah, I see that. So it's like, I don't think, did he sign it? I don't think he signed it yet. No, because you would sign, this is Micah's 4th year. So he would have to sign it next year. Is that right? Next summer? I don't really know how to work, so I'm not going to sit here and cap to y'all. But, like, I'm not going to sit here and cap like I know all the answers. But that's my first point. Micah Parsons deserves to be paid now. He's a 3-time All-Pro. And yes, he said, oh, I can wait. But again, if you can get your money now, why would you wait till next year? Number 2. This is my second topic I'm going to talk about. And then, yeah, right, Tyron Trey. It was Jerry Jones and Steven. They said, oh, we're waiting on leaves to fall. It wasn't CeeDee Lamb. It wasn't CeeDee Lamb's representation that said that. It was them. CeeDee Lamb said on the Micah Parsons podcast, like, he said, I want to be one of the highest paid, if not the highest, which definitely means CeeDee Lamb is wanting to negotiate and work it out. He's not demanding, I'm going to wait till Justin Jefferson, because whatever Justin Jefferson gets paid, I'm going to get twice as that. Like, that's not CeeDee Lamb's position. It hasn't been CeeDee Lamb's position. It's crazy how it hasn't been Dak's position or Micah's position. Like, none of them have come out and said, I must be the paid. They haven't said that. Nobody said, I must be the highest paid. You know who said some shit like that? Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase was like, I don't give a damn what they paying T. They ain't paying nobody nothing till I get my money. I'm going to get my money. You see, ain't nobody. Can you imagine if Dallas Cowboys was talking about that? They'd be slaughtered. But that's not what those guys are saying. And you don't know what a player wants until you get on the phone. But Jerry and Steven not even getting on the phone. That's the part that I'm trying to help y'all realize. I see it's 8 people in here. Only got 3 likes. If you're watching the video, please like the video. Please. Please like the video. Please share the content. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stargazer Sports. I appreciate that. And it's not going to be a long live, guys, because I got stuff to do. But I'm like, let me just hop on live real quick, fellowship with y'all. I don't have the fancy bells and whistles today. This is just raw, authentic Star in her car talking to y'all. So one more point I want to talk about before I let out of here is I've seen on Twitter people saying, you know, does the Dallas Cowboys really need other leaders? Because, you know, we got Dak, and Dak's the ultimate leader. And I'm saying, yeah, Dak is the ultimate leader, but Dak needs generals. Go back and watch my show. I did a show about this last Friday. Please check it out. We're called, you know, Will the Real Leader Stand Up? I think I changed the title to Micah Parsons, a new leader of the defense. But, yeah. Sorry. Star lost her train of thought. Let me go back. What's the time out? Okay. Micah Parsons being a leader, right? People are saying like, oh, I don't, you know, just because he's all pro doesn't mean he has to be a leader. Y'all hear the crazy stuff we be saying here in Dallas? Like, it sounds silly. Name any other team where the best player in the all pros aren't leaders on the team. Now, I can understand if Micah was a rookie. Okay, I get that. Because Micah was an all-pro as a rookie. And was he the leader? No, he was young. He just got to the NFL. He don't know what's going on. Micah's a 4-year vet now. He's a veteran. He's not a rookie. He is a veteran. So, again, where have you seen it at where the best players on the team are not the leaders? It doesn't work. You want to know why? Because a leader has to be somebody that we look up to. We're looking at you for guidance. We're looking at you to tell us, should we go left or should we go right? Right? You're not going to have somebody leading that's not even close to being on your level. That doesn't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. The best lead. Those who are like, you get what I'm saying? There's leaders and then there's followers. The followers are still important, but they don't have the capacity like the leaders do to lead. And the leaders have the skills that they can understand the group that they are leading, impart to them what the group needs to learn so that the greater good or the greater goal can be accomplished. So, yes, Micah Parsons absolutely does need to be a leader. Absolutely. What's up, Joe? Glad to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat. You said he may not be the vocal leader type. And here's the thing. I get that too, but Micah already said, like, he's going to be that this year. I didn't put this on Micah. We didn't put this on Micah Parsons. That's what people got to realize. Micah Parsons said, I want this role. I want to change the culture. You know who says that? Leaders. A leader. People keep bringing up Trayvon Diggs. Have you seen Trayvon Diggs say anything about culture or leadership? No. You seen DeRon Bland? No, you have not. Micah said, I want to be a leader. I want to change the culture here. He put that on himself. He said, I'm going to work on being more vocal. Him and CD said that. They said, Dak is our ultimate leader. But that, you know where I got the general's term from? I got it from Micah and CD. They said Dak is our ultimate leader, but Dak needs generals. I mean, Dak needs other people who are also playing with him to step up and to help guide. He needs guys to help guide the players because Dak can't do it all, especially in game. Dak is focused on what he's supposed to be doing and what his offense is supposed to be doing. You need leaders on the defense that can focus on what they're supposed to be doing. You need leaders that are going to be vocal and speak up. And the issue is we didn't have that last year. That's what we were really missing versus Green Bay. Everybody wants to talk about Dan Quinn, and Dan Quinn was a huge part of it. Absolutely. But even with the bullshit that Dan Quinn was doing during the Green Bay game, I believe if we had a vocal leader, like we had J-Ron Curse in previous years, but J-Ron had taken a step back this year, rightfully so, because he knew he wasn't going to be here this year. So he took a step back. But we were missing somebody that could rally the guys. Because y'all know the offense started off rocky. But the offense got back on track. But you know who never got back on track? The defense. They never got back on track. And you see, my issue with, because people keep saying, D-Law is the leader, he's the leader. I'm like, D-Law is a leader, but he's not the leader. He is not the vocal leader. Curse came in and took the vocal leader from D-Law because that's not who D-Law is. D-Law is not the guy during the game when shit hits the fan that he's going to rally everybody. That's not him. D-Law is a guy, I play hard on the field, I go 110%, I make plays, and that's how I lead. That is D-Law. That is fine. But we need somebody else. Y'all remember that clip of Curse? Who said, lock the in. That's who you need. That's who we're missing on the defense. Somebody say, lock the in. Stop doing this. You're going the wrong way. Fill your gap. That's what you need. You need that vocal leader that can say, hey, rally up. Y'all remember during the 2021 Super Bowl when with the Rams and the Bengals, the Rams defense was getting kind of rocky. But you saw Aaron Donald get every single body from the defense off the bench, and he had them, and he's in the middle. They're in a circle during the game, and he's telling them, bleep, 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 get it together. And guess what? They ended up winning the game. Because your leader has to be the guy, your ultimate leader, your great leader has to be the guy that rallies the troops. It's not enough to be an example, and it's not enough to be talking your shit before the game starts. It's not enough, guys. We got to have more than that. People think I'm talking shit about this. I'm not talking shit about D-Law. D-Law just is who he is. He is who he is, and that's fine. But we need somebody else to step into that role. And I think that role is Micah Parsons. I think that role is Micah Parsons to have. I do think Eric Kendricks is also going to be a guy that's going to help us this year. Absolutely. Right? He's going to be the Micah of the defense. So he's definitely going to help us. But Eric Kendricks is a journeyman, and he's a what you call a bridge player. Eric Kendricks is not a staple of our team or our defense. We know that. But who is a staple? who do we know gonna be here likely till he's retired? Micah Parsons. And shout out to Jay Tuck. Y'all can go to his YouTube channel. I think it's CFO Sports. Because I talked about, I said, you know, Micah, he's missing OTAs because of this contract situation. That's 100% fine. I'm behind him on that. But I said, Micah's also got to step up and be able to lead, right? He's also got to step up and be able to lead outside of that, right? It's okay. CD's not with the team, but CD's still doing his throwing sessions with Dak. So it's like, Micah, you got to tell your guys, like, hey, listen, I ain't going to be here. Jerry and Steven tripping, but come over to my house tonight. We watching film. We're going to have some pizza. We're going to, you see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? And Joe, he said, y'all have the talent. You got to have the togetherness. I'm sorry. Oh, he said, or she. Sorry, Joe. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but it says, or if you're gender non-binary. But you said, so I'll try not to brag, but what we have in team's culture is what y'all need. Now, I will say this, Joe. Y'all completely fell apart last year, so I don't know about that. But I will say in years past, y'all have had leadership. 49ers as well. That togetherness, that cohesiveness. And you said he's, but not necessarily a top dog that would elevate y'all. I don't agree with that, but that's all right. Like, Dak has elevated this team tremendously. Like, Dak is the only reason why this team has even been relevant for years. But anyway, that's okay, Joe. I appreciate you. You're just giving your honest thoughts and opinions, and that's okay. We don't, as long as you're respectful, and you seem like a very respectful Eagles fan, so I appreciate your input, and you can definitely stay in the chat. That's fine. But he said, please don't remind me of 2023. That's funny. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Micah Parsons is that guy. I got off track. Jay Tuck, he had sent me pictures. He was like, Star, like, he reminded me, because I was like, you know what, you're right, Tuck. Micah Parsons not working out with Sam Williams just a month ago? Working out with Mozzie, working out with Chauncey. Like, just seeing with his guys Osa and Diggs, like, Micah Parsons is a leader. He already is a leader. He already is. The media wants you to hate Micah Parsons. Specifically the local media. Because Jerry and Steven done sent their hit guy, Mr. Hit Piece, that's what I call him, David Moore, from Dallas Morning News. Mr. Hit Piece writing a hit piece talking about Micah Parsons. He's a great player, but he's not a leader. He's not? He's not a leader. But we literally have seen, that's why I'm glad for Tub, because that's just bullshit. He is a leader. And I think this year, I believe that Micah is going to do what he said he was going to do, which that he was going to be the vocal leader, and he's going to hold everybody accountable. Period. And I told his brother today, shout out to Terrence Parsons, I said, TP, regardless of these guys, whether they say Micah's a leader or not, he's a leader. Want to know why? Because he's the pinnacle of what they want to be, where they want to get to. He's the pinnacle of that. So whether they say verbally that Micah is our leader, they're watching Micah. They want to learn from Micah because he's the best. And if you want to be the best, you got to learn from the best. If you want to be the best, you got to learn from the best. So Micah Parsons is a leader. He is the leader. He will be the leader. Shout out to D-Law. I love D-Law. I respect D-Law. I have high respect for D-Law. He's still one of the best players on our team. But this is Micah Parsons' defense now. And one thing that I really respect about Micah Parsons is that he speaks up and he speaks out. What's up, Dynasty Football Key? Glad to see you, brother. 6 people watching. I got 4 likes. Thank you, guys. 2 more people like the video. But I say Micah Parsons has to be protected because, and then you think this guy has taken over Bleacher Report. Y'all know how we have been as Dallas Cowboy fans. Y'all know how we have been, like Law says, sullied and denigrated in the media and just such lies. And who was the only person who was telling the truth about that MVP discussion last year? It was Micah Parsons. He's important, guys. He's important for our team. He's important for the new young generation. We cannot silence him. He does not deserve to be silenced. And Micah Parsons is not saying nothing that's not true. People say, oh, you called out. He's calling out D-Law. He calling out Deron Bland by name. And I'm like, he's not calling them out. He's explaining what happened. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yeah, we were doing good. And then Deron Bland get that holding penalty. It's just what it is. And leaders hold their guys accountable. Now, you may say you can handle that behind scenes, but Micah's in a public forum where he was trying to defend. I think he was talking to Stephen A, who was literally shitting on Dak and saying Dak was the only reason why we lost and he's a loser and all of this bullshit. And he's like, bruh, that ain't the case at all, dog. It's really not. So people have to look at the context of like what he was saying and why he was saying it. But, you know, regardless, you got to hold people accountable. And honestly, that keep it in house shit that we like to do in Dallas Cowboys land, that shit don't work. Because that's what we've been doing, keeping it accountable. Keep it accountable in house. That's the Jason Garrett way. We're just gonna keep everything in house. We're just gonna keep everything in house. Okay. Nah, bro. Sometimes things need to be said out loud. Because some people need to kind of need to get embarrassed. They kind of need to get pushed. You feel me? Some people need to get pushed. Some people don't. But when you have your all pros and pro bowlers like D-Law and Bland fuck up like they did, excuse my language, but mess up like they did in that Green Bay game, I'm sorry, I got to say it. Somebody got to say it. That's why I think he's a true leader. Because real leaders got to hold you accountable, and real leaders got to say what needs. Micah Parsons is the person that says what needs to be said. He says what needs to be said. He's honest. Sometimes you may not like the honesty. Sometimes we don't like the truth because the truth hurts. It stings to know that Deron Bland was the guy that had that drive keep going. Deron Bland, it's hard. It's hard to like, damn, our all-pro corner, damn it. But that's just the truth. It was D-Law that got that offsides. Damn it. It sucks, but you gotta hold people accountable, and you gotta say what needs to be said. Even if it hurts feelings. These guys are men. They can acknowledge that. They can acknowledge, you're right, bro. I effed up. And honestly, it's like Micah the only person out here defending Dak. He the only one. The rest of these players, they hide behind Dak. That's all they've done since D-Law included. They've all just hid behind Dak. I'll just hide. Oh yeah, it was Dak. Why don't they ever come to the platform and say, shut the F up? It was not that. We didn't step up. They don't do that. They was the main ones. I think it was Curse and D-Law. Before the playoffs, they were like, oh, so like, what's different? And why do y'all think y'all gonna go far this year? You know what they said? Dak. We're gonna go far because of Dak. Like, what? Been fucking trained to just hide behind Dak. We don't have to take responsibility, because if we make it, it's because of Dak, and if we lose, it's because of Dak. I don't have to take any responsibility. Hell no. Micah Parsons don't allow that. Micah Parsons like, is that how it happened? Because I don't think it was. I don't think that's not how it happened. So anyways, guys, Micah Parsons is a leader. He will be the leader. He's going to be one of Dak's generals. I think CeeDee Lamb will too. And hopefully the younger guys step up too. The new rookies that we got, like Cooper Beebe, I see him becoming a leader very soon. Maris Leofow, I see those guys stepping up tremendously. And that's why the front office brought them, you know, because challenge the mindset of this team. If we could all just realize that we're a team, and this isn't the Micah Parsons show or the Dak Prescott show, that this is a team, and the only way we gonna win the Super Bowl is as a team, then we can get over the hump. But if everybody just keeps playing like individuals and keeps just doing whatever the hell they want to do, we ain't never going to get over that hump. We ain't never going to do that. Everybody must and has to hold themselves accountable. D-Law, you went in the front during Super Bowl week with Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. You should have called your own self out. But you know what he said? We was tired. What? And again, I know D-Law, he just misspoke, but still, it was just like, yikes. You ain't never gonna see Micah say that. You ain't never gonna see Dak say that. You ain't never gonna see Brandon Cooks or CeeDee Lamb or anybody else say that. And this is no hate on D-Law, it's what he said though. And I love D-Law. He goes 110 miles per hour on field. He's one of our best players, but that shit was not good, what he said. Joe, Micah will never come into Philly. He will never come to Philly. He will never happen. That will never happen. Michael will go to some team in the AFC. He'll go play for the Chiefs or the Bengals or whatever before he played with Philly. He said he skipped the interview during the draft process because he did not want to go to Philly. So that's not happening. But I know y'all want him bad. Y'all couldn't stick with that. Hassan Reddick was better. Anyways, guys, I love y'all. Put some stars in the chat for me if you like this, and I will try to do this more often, just a raw and authentic star in the car talking to y'all and going live. But anyway, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I gave y'all about almost 45 minutes. Love and respect y'all. Thank you to the new people in the chat: Joe, Swerve, Dynasty Football, my loyals, J Money, Kelvin. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for everybody liking the video as you came in. Please, like I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stargazer Sports. Y'all can find me on Twitter at _ the Stargazer, but instead of instead of an E in Gazer, it's a 3. It's 2 R's at the end. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Stargazer _sports. Please feel free to donate as well. Shout out to all the guys who've been donating. I haven't seen him in the chat for a while, but Dwayne Brown, that's my guy. He donates a lot. Because I was able to get a new mic because I really needed a new microphone from y'all's donation. So please help donate to my channel. My Cash App is $Stargazer Sports. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and y'all stay up, and I will see y'all later. Peace.